lifted Prahlad and started licking him, licking the whole body of Prahlad. That's how a lion shows love to the cub. Lion will lick the cub. Dog will lick the puppies. That's how they are. So Narsinghadev started licking Prahlad, top to bottom he was licking, and both of them were so happy, ecstatical. And Narsinghadev asked Prahlad, what boon you want? And Prahlad said, deliver my father Rakshasa Raja, the demon king. So a beautiful quality of Prahlad is glorified in Bhagavatam. He forgave his father. Not only that, he forgot the sins done by his father. Imagine somebody has hurted you, right? Somebody has given trouble and pain to you. Because you are a devotee, you will forgive him. Acha chalo ya, forgive. But will you forget that? You will never forget that. Even after 20 years, we will remember what that person had done to us. And most of you are family members. Running a family. And in between the couple, there will be some argument, some debate and all. And naturally, you will forgive because he or she is your partner. You will forgive. But you will never forget. Even after 2 years, when a new quarrel, new argument comes, you will say, I know you, 1970 you did that to me. No, we will never forget those incidents which hurts us. Prahlad is an amazing Vaishnava. He forgave his father and totally forgot. Venkateshwar Govind Prabhu is telling, my wife is smiling. Thank you, Mataji, for supporting me. So, he forgot totally. Prahlad forgot what his father. This is a Vaishnava. So when some people hurt Rama, Rama doesn't remember that. He forgets. And when they come and say sorry, beg pardon, Rama will ask, Lord Ramchandra, when did you do that? He never registers. But in our case, all those help they have done in our life, we will forget that comfortably. So much of help devotees would have done in my life. We will forget that comfortably, and 1 or 2 misdeeds they would have done, that alone we will record and keep. We are completely opposite. So Narada is glorifying Prahlad. Then Prahlad said a beautiful statement to Narada, Gurudev, my humble pranams to you. I defy your statement. I don't agree with your statement. Can you tell me what seva I have done for Narsinghadev? My association with Narsinghadev was for a moment. It was a short time. What seva I have done? But take an example of Hanuman. 24 hours, day and night, without sleep, selflessly, not worrying about anything, neither family nor children. There is not a single thing mentioned about Hanuman's personal life. Have you heard anything? That every Tuesday Hanuman does this, Hanuman had a liking to this particular girl, Hanuman wanted a family, Hanuman wanted a children, Hanuman went and told Rama, please protect me and save me good health. There is no such thing mentioned anywhere about Hanuman. Hanuman means Ramdas. That is all. The moment you think Hanuman in your mind, like Jesus Christ in your mind, the moment I say Jesus, the picture you get in your mind is that Jesus standing on the cross. The moment when we say Hanuman, the picture of Hanuman is automatically connected to Ram. Because there is nothing personal about Hanuman. You take Prahlad's story. Prahlad had a father tortured Prahlad, and Prahlad, all sorts of things. So Prahlad said, my association with Narsinghadev was temporary. Not temporary, momentary. Very short time associated. When Lord Shiva speaks, when Prahlad speaks, when Hanuman speaks, don't take it as a conclusion. Out of humility they are saying. Don't think, okay, acha, Prahlad is very bad, Hanuman is good. Don't think like that. Out of humility they are saying this, okay. We have to take the spirit of their message. So Prahlad said, my Sangha with Nrsimhadev was momentary. But look at Hanuman, full time serving the Lord. He doesn't say anything personal. He went, he saved Lakshmana, went and took that Parvat, the mountain for Sanjeevani. So many, not only that, Nrsimhadev appeared for my benefit, for my pleasure, whereas Hanuman served for Rama's pleasure. This is the biggest difference. Oh my dear Gurudev Narada, Nrsimhadev appeared to protect me, to please me, to save me. But whereas Hanuman existed simply to save Mother Sita, to give pleasure to Ram. What more you need to know that Hanuman is the greatest. Not only when Ram walks by, Hanuman becomes an umbrella, Hanuman becomes the seat, and Hanuman carries Lord Ram and Lakshmana, he becomes the carrier, he becomes their club. Whatever they want, immediately Hanuman becomes an instrument. Like in Bhagavad Gita we say, what is it? I would like to become an instrument in your hands, So in the same way, Hanuman became an instrument in Rama's hands. There is nothing personal. So what more we can speak, and no material obligation. And finally, after all these things, when Lord Ramachandra was about to go in Sarayu, Lakshmana already went in Sarayu. Lord Ram is going to go in Sarayu river. And the whole of Ayodhya, Koshala also went inside Sarayu. So when Hanuman followed Lord Ram said, I will give you liberation. I can give you moksha. Hanuman asked, what is that? I don't want anything else from the blessings of chanting your holy name. I don't even want moksha. I cannot forget Ayodhya. Wherever I see, whichever direction I turn, I can see only Ram, Ram, Ram and nothing else. And the holy name of Ram is reverberating in my ears. So that's why it said, Hanuman eternally lives in Ayodhya and chants Rama's name. If you go to Ayodhya, just in front of, Kanaka Bhavan, the place, the palace in front, there is a small hillock. There is a small hillock and a Hanuman temple on the top. So there, that is the place so local people claim Hanuman lives there eternally and chanting Rama's name. And you can never separate, like that. And then when Narada was glorifying Hanuman, Hanuman said, I am nothing in front of Pandavas, because when I wanted to follow Lord Ram to Sarayu, Lord Ram told me to stay back in Ayodhya, and he took all the Ayodhyavasis, not only human. Lord Ram took, butterflies, birds, animals, men, women, children, all the Ayodhyavasis. He took everyone and went inside Sarayu, but he left me, he didn't permit me. But you take the case of Pandavas. For the sake of Pandavas, Krishna came and stayed with them. So, from the episode of Hanuman, we should take up Seva, right? So, first Lord Shiva, the lesson from Lord Shiva is self-satisfaction, complete satisfaction. Then, from Lord Shiva, we move to Prahlad, total absorption. From Prahlad, we move to Hanuman, Seva. From Hanuman, it is Pandavas. So Hanuman started glorifying Pandavas, because Krishna once in Mahabharata, it's an amazing statement. When a king came and told Krishna, what mistake we have done? Why are you treating us as your enemies? You and you are blindly helping Pandavas. And many of the kings have got no dealings with you. And why are you treating them as enemies? And Krishna closed his eyes with a broad smile. Krishna beating on his chest, he said, the friends of Pandavas are my friends. The enemies of Pandavas are my enemies too. Arjuna is the dearest, and I will do anything and everything for Arjuna. When Krishna said that, there was romancha, hairs were standing on the body of Arjuna. Tears were coming down from the eyes of Arjuna. Krishna said loudly, the friends of Pandavas are my friends, the enemies of Pandavas are my enemies too. And Arjuna is my dearest friend. I will do anything and everything for Arjuna. Krishna said this. And Hanuman is quoting that. What more can I say? When Pandavas went to jungle, Krishna also went to jungle for 12 years. And not only that, Krishna selected Arjuna to be the medium to deliver Bhagavad Gita to this entire world. Who can be more dearer to the Lord than Pandavas? They have received so much of mercy out of their personal relationship. And Hanuman started glorifying Pandavas so much. So Narada went from there to Pandavas. So the lesson from Pandavas are, whatever you do it as a surrender to Krishna. Yadashnasi, yadjuhosi, dadasi yad tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurusva madarpanam. Each personality is teaching us different lesson. Hanuman, seva. See, in Hanuman's life, there is no personal ambition, no selfish interest, personal interest. Whatever he did everything in the service of Lord Ram. He was asked to bring a herb, and he went there. He doesn't know which is that herb. He brought the whole mountain. He brought Lakshmana back to life. They saved Sita. Whatever Ram says. And because of that seva, Hanuman developed an intimate relationship with Lord Ram. And Lord Ram has to see, and Hanuman will speak. Their relationship became so intimate. When Vibhishana was standing up in the sky, all of them said, let us not accept Vibhishana. He is a demon. He may change his face. He may cheat us. So everybody said, Jambavan said, Sugriva said, everybody said, no, let us not accept Vibhishana. Then Ram smilingly turned to Hanuman. Ram did not even ask a question. Just raised his eyebrow. Hanuman understood what Ram wanted. With a bowed head, Hanuman said, my lord, in my opinion, we can accept Vibhishana. Then Ram raised his eyebrows, asking why? Then he said, even if this person is going to cheat us, no problem, because his lips are decorated with your holy name. By chanting your holy name, even if he is going to cheat us, let us not bother. When Ram heard this, his eyes were full of tears, hugged Hanuman and said, Hanuman, how do you know my heart? The relationship was so intimate between Ram and Hanuman. Prabhupada Ji, he was giving class in Radha Madhav temple in Mayapur, olden days. Mayapur, where Prabhupada is now, that is the place where Radha Madhav is. The present Radha Madhav altar, like a big stage with Ashtasaki, it was not there at that time. And at that time, Ashtasakis were not there. Only Radha Madhav was there. So, Prabhupada was giving class, and in between the class, he lifted his finger. That's all. And Prabhupada continued giving class. Tamal Krishna Maharaj got up from the class, ran to the Lotus building, first floor Prabhupada's room, took Prabhupada's lota, drinking water, brass cup, ran outside the temple, crossed the road, went to Ganga, brought water and gave. In between the Bhagavatam class, Prabhupada drank water and said, Mayapur is my life, and he kept that.